Hey, here's a fun game you can play at home while you listen to The Ron Van Dam Show. Do a shot of your favorite alcohol every time Ron sighs or makes a grumpy sound. No, hold on, I'm kidding. Please don't do that. You will die from alcohol poisoning. You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Ron Van Dam is an experienced talk show host. Do not attempt to try this at home.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Okay, what?
Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show. As they say in Swahili, welcome to the program. So good to be with you. Come a little bit closer to the speaker. There you go. Yeah. Touch the woofer. Now the tweeter. Oh, baby. "30 seconds in and I'm getting disgusting. This is unbelievable. How does he do it?" Nonetheless, he does. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be with you. By the way, our show is actually heard around the world, believe it or not. There's some countries that are really into this stuff. And for those of you that don't understand exactly what I'm saying, if you don't speak English, what are you going to do? Today, I wanted to talk about something that has incessantly given me nausea. And that is, there's a certain family that's famous, has been famous for decades, and I don't understand why, and maybe you can help me out with this. You know, I help you out with these suggestions and shows and having experts on as guests and all that kind of stuff, but you don't help me at all. So, pay for this, nothing. You do nothing for me. So I'm asking you, what is it about these freaking Kardashians? How did this happen? How did there become such a worldwide obsession with such a meaningless bunch of people? How did that happen? Was there a void or something, or a black hole that sucked our brains into it for some reason and left us with the Kardashians? Are you kidding me? They had their own television series for what seemed to be forever, called Keeping Up with the Kardashians, as if anybody actually wanted to. But they did. So I'll ask you, if you find fascination with this strange rich bitch family, what is it about them? Now, granted, the richer you are and the more publicly disgusting you can be, more things are going to happen to the family. But my God, we're focused on a bunch of unintelligent losers. No, Ron. Now, wait a minute, Ron. They are very successful. They're wonderful marketers. It's like taking a pet rock and selling it to the public for large amounts of money. It's like gathering your poop out of the toilet every morning and selling it as shares on the stock market. We enabled this. We enabled this family to be popular. Now, for those that may not be familiar with, why is Ron so upset about a family he doesn't even know? Because they exist at all, that's why. Let me introduce the Kardashians to you, as if you could even spell their name. Well, first, there's the matriarch of the family was Robert Kardashian, and he was a businessman and attorney. He became very famous for many reasons, basically because he was a rich bitch, and he hung out with rich people and did rich bitch things. He was one of the attorneys for O.J. Simpson. Remember him? That meek little man. O.J. Simpson was a football player, and he had an ego the size of, how can I compare it? Trump's. I mean, it was about that. You can't get much bigger than Trump's ego. So, but you can make a comparison. It was close, but nobody can top that. So O.J. Apparently, according to court cases or not, murdered his wife. I mean, this is what happens. Apparently. So Robert Kardashian defended him in court, along with a very high-profile legal team that could get anybody off of anything. And that's where he got his fame. The guy, he actually, back in the 70s, he dated Priscilla Presley. Yeah, Priscilla Presley, he dated her. So, we're in this echelon of people that move around in shady, ridiculous, powerful circles, while we, go to the store, we can't even afford enough ground beef to make a meatloaf. So, I don't understand our connection with this. So Robert Kardashian, he marries Kris, this woman, who apparently, maybe she had long hair once in her life. Other than that, she's pretty much got short hair all the time, and that made me kind of wonder. I don't know why. Robert, they divorced. Robert died, and then Kris Jenner, the mother matriarch. She married Kris Jenner. She is Kris Jenner. She married Bruce Jenner. We all know how that turned out. They had children, and I'm going to name them. All of their names begin with a K. Did you make the connection with that? The last name is Kardashian, and all of the girls are their first names begin with a K. Mm-hmm. There's Kim. She's the most famous. There's Khloe. Courtney. Those are the three big ones. There could be more, but nobody seems to care. They concentrate on these people. All of them have fake eyelashes, fake boobs, fake noses, fake mouths, fake lips, fake ears, fake knees, fake elbows, fake ankles. I'm not too sure about the hip area, but I'm sure that's been worked on too. Their faces have been totally reconstructed by a construction team out of New Jersey. They don't look like what they could look like, but we don't know what they look like because they've been reconstructed. There are construction cones continually on their face. They're extremely pretty, and that's about it. They have adventures. They marry all kinds of cultures. I guess that's a nice thing. They like to marry sports figures, weird people. They like that. And they have interaction. They argue a lot. But see, a lot of that is part of the story. So I think they over-dramatize their lives, although their lives are really absurdly ridiculous. The only thing that happens on that series they had, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which again is something I don't understand why people would keep up with them at all. I can't keep up with them. All they ever did was get in a limousine to go to the airport and then take a limousine home, or if they wanted to eat out, they would get in a limousine, go to the restaurant, and then walk out of the restaurant, get in a limousine, and go home. Once they got home, they couldn't sit around unless they were on a large couch with a glass of wine. That was the only way they could exist. It was like being hooked up to a monitor or something, or intravenously. I don't understand these people. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what their problem was. They're just so freaking annoying. They're always marrying people and divorcing them and having babies with them. And now you might say, well, Ron, that being my name for today, you might say, well, Ron, they are very shrewd business people. I don't think so. Here's what happens, kids. They hire business managers and business people to run their companies for them. How shrewd can these schmucks be? The only shrewd thing they do is hire business managers to run their companies and to make decisions for them. What do you think we should do? Well, I believe we should do this. Oh, okay. Shrewd. It's just merely the fact that if the Kardashians put their name on something, then some people will buy it. Sort of like the Trump name. You put a name on his name on the building and people think, oh, this is a wonderful building. Or whatever, you put his name on a condom and everybody wants to wear it. Well, not everybody. That's actually a product he should be involved in. But enough about Trump. I'm not into that right now. I'm talking about the Kardashians. And I would love to meet a person that actually follows them, because I want to get into their head, and only their head. Believe me, let's not go there. I'm talking about just their head, and I would say, why? Why do you follow these people? If no one followed them, these people would wither away. Their popularity would go to the bottom of the deepest well. Because in effect, they are nothing but plastic. They are like those Barbie and Ken dolls. They don't really move around unless you put them in a limousine. It's so odd. Well, no, Ron, their lives are complicated. They're not complicated. They're just people like walking around into walls and looking pretty. I don't know what the hell is going on with these people. Why are we so involved with them? Could it be an escape? No, I don't think it is. Are we gawking at these people? No, they're actually being worshipped to an extent. Well, then what is it about these people? I'll tell you what it is. When I was growing up, all right, yeah, I did grow up. Oh, my God, that's insulting to me. Don't say that. Yeah, I did grow up. Anyway, when I was growing up, there was a show on television called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. It was hosted by a guy named Robin Leach, who was, I don't even know what he was. He had a British accent, and that was it. He was like one of these social media kind of guys before there was social media. But he was the narrator, and he said, and now we're going to look at some of the richest people in the world and how they live. And the cameras would go inside their large estates and mansions, and you would see how these opulent sons of bitches lived. But he didn't call them sons of bitches. He said, these amazingly powerful and influential people. Stop giving them titles and throwing adjectives around. But somehow the American public got off on touring the houses of these rich people and how rich people lived. And I always found that very, very odd, because the reaction was, yes, I guess I want to see how I will never live like that. I will never live in a house like that, in a mansion, in an estate. I will never do that, because I can't, because they can and I can't. And I want to delve myself into the things that I can never have, and not like I actually have them and I'm making believe I do have them. What would it be like to have them? No, what's being shoved in my face is, you will never have this, you low-life piece of scum, Ron. You will never live like this. There are people that live like this and walk around in smoking jackets and holding martinis and wondering where they're going to place their gold chairs next to the gold toilet or whatever. Sounds like Trump again. Yeah, and that bothered me. It was like, why am I watching this? It's like you're starving and you can't afford food for your family. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to expensive restaurants and just stand there and watch other people eat lobsters and Chateaubriand and all this wonderful expensive foods, and I'm just going to stand there and watch them and gawk at them as they eat and enjoy their food and dress in their luxurious satin robes, and I will just stand there and watch them while I salivate. That's what it feels like to me. Are we really interested about how the better half lives, or are they shoving that in our face? This is what I have and you don't. This is what I have and you don't. I think that's rude. I think that's like rude. And that's what the Kardashians are to me. Here we are, these pretty, luxurious bunch of odd schmucks with tons of problems. Come watch me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel like a natural woman. No, that's something else. That's Kris Jenner. Or I'm sorry, that's not his name anymore. I don't know what I've heard it, but I don't know what it is, because those are the thoughts that I don't need to retain. I mean, I have no problem with him being who he thinks he should be sexually or as a human being. You go do it. You go, girl or guy, whatever. That's fine. I don't need to know that. Live it. But I don't need to follow you now. I don't understand why would I do that? I don't get it. I don't get it, kids. I just don't get it. It's not something that I get. I cannot obtain it in my head. So those of you that love the Kardashians and just want to know every day, like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What did they do today? What did they do yesterday? Who are they getting married? Who are they dating? Who are they doing? Oh, look at the nails. Oh, where do they get their nails done? What's up with the nails? Oh, I have to get some of their cosmetics. Oh, that's then they're going to look exactly like them. No, forget the cosmetics. Go to the plastic surgeon and reconstruct yourself. That's all. Make some bad decisions. That's the odd part. You see, you can't be an incredible business person and be so acute and so naturally intelligent and so meticulously wonderful. And then, but your personal relationships, you suck at that. You suck at it. You're like succotash. You can't keep a good. You choose people that are abusive, stupid, incredibly naive, losers. You choose them. Why do you choose these losers? Well, Ron, they're not losers. Oh, yes, they are. And Ron, then why do you care? Because it says something about our society worldwide that we don't put 2 and 2 together. We're bad at mathematics. We think 2 and 2 is 6, which it was for a while. Now it's 7. We can't do the math. Can't do the math. Who can't do the math? The Kardashians. Ron, they're not stupid people. Oh, okay. Whatever. And that's my story. Thank you so much. All right. Standing ovation. Thank you so much. I make believe every once in a while that when I do a show or dissertation on the show, I make believe that people are standing up and applauding like crazy. It's a fantasy that I have. I mean, I would love to, did you enjoy me talking about the Kardashians, huh?
It was unbelievably painful.
Oh. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say about the Kardashians for nearly 19 minutes now. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. You're wonderful. Thank you. Please sit down. You're embarrassing me. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, that was so wonderful. All right, my guest is going to join us momentarily, but first, there's this.
Hi, I'm Gary Filkington, founder, owner, and operator of Filkington Gender Warehouse in picturesque West Bridgewater. We've got genders for all occasions here for sale, lease, or hourly rental. There's no need whatsoever for you to agonize over what gender floats your proverbial boat. You can choose from one or more of our selection of over 30,000 government-certified genders of the highest quality. Come on in and talk to one of our qualified gender specialists, or feel free to browse around in our vast 3-story gender showroom. Whether you're a boy or a girl or a genuflecting peach pit or whatever, you're guaranteed to find a gender that'll show the world you're something special. And while you're here, if you gotta use the can, it's open season, baby. Go wherever your spirit takes you. Filkington Gender Warehouse is open weekdays till 8 p.m. and till 2 a.m. on Saturday for your late-night gender action. Surprise your friends, piss off your parents, get special treatment at your job with a brand new Filkington Gender Warehouse. We identify as being at 367 East Route 43 in West Bridgewater, so maybe go there.
Dr. John Pandolfino joins us now. He's Chief of Gastroenterology and Hepatology at Northwestern Medicine. It's a lot to say for me there, John. Thanks for being with us today. We're talking about acid reflux and perhaps a technical name for that, what we call a disease. Before we get started, thanks for being here. And secondly, I don't know the difference if I have some that needs attention or just a Tums or some acid reflux over the counter thing. Are there varying degrees of this situation?
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad to be here to talk about GERD because I think it's a pretty important topic, and a lot of people have it and they don't really know, or they don't know what it is. You know, and GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease, it's a fancy name, is really what people get when they feel heartburn. Uh-huh. It's movement of stomach contents up into your esophagus and your chest, and then sometimes even into your throat and maybe into your lungs, where people get chronic cough and a sore throat. So it is a problem that people may not initially, think is related to the reflux disease, but certainly can be. And a lot of times it's a process of elimination. So, what you're saying is true. How do people know when they have it? And it can be difficult. Yeah.
I mean, I've had that feeling in my throat maybe once every month or so, and if I eat certain foods, it's going to hurt a little bit, and I have to pop something in my mouth. But I don't know. I guess the question is, what's the definition of chronic?
Yeah, that's a good point too, because like you said, you take a Tums or an antacid every now and then. That's not as big a deal, but if you start to notice that the symptoms are becoming more chronic, meaning that, once or twice a week you're starting to have to use antacid, maybe even more than that, you start to notice that it's affecting your quality of life. I mean, in particular for you who's talking all day, if your voice starts to become really raspy and you start to get more hoarse, a lot more discomfort, you're finding it hard to finish your day. I mean, I think that's really where people need to start thinking about talking to their primary care doctor about it.
Yeah. Besides the discomfort or the quality of life because of, raspy throat, whatever, are there serious ramifications to not doing anything about it? Is there damage being done?
Yeah, so certainly because reflux has acid and digestive enzymes, it can irritate your esophagus and it can irritate your throat. It can cause ulcers and bleeding. It can cause strictures, which are scars that can actually block food from getting into your stomach, and that can be a life-threatening problem. And then, of course, there is this risk of cancer of the esophagus, which is associated with GERD. But I don't want to alarm the audience. That's rare to happen with gastroesophageal reflux disease, but it's certainly something we look at, and we're certainly thinking about.
Okay. So besides just taking these little over-the-counter antacids, when it becomes more consistent, that's when you see someone like yourself. What is done at that point in order to? Is there a diagnosis that would come about?
Yeah. So when people are not, are coming in with these significant symptoms more frequent, probably the first step that happens is an upper endoscopy, which is a camera on the end of a tube that goes down your throat into your esophagus to look around. And really what you're doing there is you're looking for potential injury, ulcers, and you're also looking for something that might be a pre-malignant, meaning that something that happens before cancer that we can fix and address right away. And if we identify that, we just watch you very closely and you'll never get cancer.
Oh, so
really the endoscopy.
Okay, so that's
the first step.
I mean, most of us are familiar with colonoscopies because at some age you should have that done. So this is just up there as opposed to down there.
Exactly. Not the different scope, but definitely the same concept.
Okay. All right. What happens if you find that there is something that needs to be treated? Is that normally done at a facility?
Yeah, so if you're doing the endoscopy and say, for instance, I see that you have some scarring or stricturing that's blocking food, I can put a balloon in there and stretch that out and fix that almost immediately.
Oh.
If I see that you have significant ulcers or injury, I can put you on medications and heal that. And then certainly if we find that you have pre-malignant changes and that those put you at a little bit higher risk, we can actually do something called ablation, which means we literally kind of shave it or cut it out or burn it out with some techniques.
Okay. So this is treatable if you know that you actually have something to treat.
Exactly. And you see your primary care doctor and your gastroenterologist, they'll protect you from getting anything bad.
Okay. Now, you guys at Northwestern University, we talk to you a lot. You do a lot of forward-thinking things over there, I understand.
Yeah, we try to really approach everything with a more precision approach or a personalized approach, and I think that's really kind of the model of how medicine should be practiced.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Okay, well, you've opened our eyes to this. Well, not particularly the eyes, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's important to know. I think we all know some people that have these, I guess, disorders, is what you would call it, or extreme discomfort. So it's good to bring it up and to talk about it. Where would we go for more information? Website, perhaps, that has some of this information.
Yeah, so certainly at our website at www.nm.org, where you can go in and plug in GERD. You'll be taken to our GERD website. And at that site, there is a chatbot tool and our assessment tool where you can answer a few questions, get a little bit of an idea of what you may need and get referred to a practitioner if you require that. There's also some nice information regarding reflux disease at that particular site. And I think, we really want to focus on the entire person. And, if you come to Northwestern with reflux, you may leave with a referral to a behavioral specialist.
Right.
You may leave with a referral to a surgeon and everything in between. So we really try to use precision medicine when we treat the patient.
Could be something as simple as diet and exercise and losing some weight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, once again, we start small and start with the easy stuff. If we identify something that we can change, we'll definitely do that. We also address the relationship between stress and these GI symptoms. A lot of people are under significant stress.
Yeah.
Their GI tract can get significantly overwhelmed.
Hello. I think you're talking about everybody now. All right. One more time, that would be www.nm.org. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, sir. Pleasure speaking to you, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, that'll do it for me today. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new episode. Will you join me then? He said rhetorically, but until that time arrives, I wish you peace.